What's good, Vinny Gang? Welcome back to another video. Yo, today we are going to be reacting to the worst gym deaths ever. Now you know your boy's been getting to the gym, gang. Look at these muscles, look at these guns, you know. Yo, gang, no funny shit. I should be arrested because these are not licensed, bro. These guns are not licensed, buddy. Look at this. Oh, yes, gang. But yeah, I have been going to the gym, you feel me? And, you know, anything could happen. So I'm here to see the precautions of being in the gym and all that, and to show y'all too, because anything could happen any place. So let's get it.
The squat press incident. On July 15th, 2023, fitness influencer Justin Vicky was training at Paradise Bali Gym in Sanur, Indonesia. He was 33 years old, a respected bodybuilder and personal trainer. With over 30,000 followers on Instagram, he inspired people and helped them transform their lives through fitness. Around noon, Vicky was attempting a squat press, a heavy one, with about 460 pounds on his shoulders. He'd done heavy squats before, posted videos of them, even called the squat exercise dangerous as hell in a video just days earlier, but he kept pushing. Vicky positioned himself with the loaded barbell. A spotter stood directly behind him. Another colleague stood nearby. Vicky lifted the bar and walked it back, got into position, then descended into the squat. As he went down, the weight pressed on his shoulders. Then he tried standing back up, his legs pushed, but something was wrong. He couldn't stand or get the weight up. Fatigue had set in. The weight was winning. Vicky fell back into a sitting position. Suddenly, the barbell rolled forward and dropped on the back of his neck. The spotter behind him tried holding the bar, but he was fatigued too. He lost his balance and fell backward with Vicky. The barbell crushed Vicky's neck and broke it, causing critical compression of vital nerves. He went unconscious immediately. Emergency services rushed him to the hospital. Surgeons performed emergency surgery. They tried to save him, but the injuries were too severe. Justin Vicky died shortly after the operation. The bench press tragedy. On October 3rd,
that's why I don't do legs so much, gang.
An Indonesian woman was working out on a treadmill at a gym. The gym was located on the upper floor of a building in Pontianak, West Kalimantan, Indonesia. Had large windows, good views, popular place. She was in the middle of her run, steady pace, nothing extreme, just cardio. At 1 p.m., while exercising on a treadmill, a freaking accident happened. She took a quick break to wipe her face. All of a sudden, she lost her balance and stumbled. Behind the treadmill, about 24 inches away, was a window, a large window that was left open. The impact caused her body to move backward. Immediately, she fell out of the gym window from a 3-story building into the open air. There was nothing to grab, nothing to stop the fall, just gravity pulling her down. The impact was catastrophic. She hit the ground and sustained severe head injuries. People on the street saw her fall. There was nothing the doctors could do. She was later pronounced dead.
Gang, that's the gym's fault though. Comment down if y'all agree with me. First of all, I've been to a gym that has like big ass windows and all that shit. Gang, if it's like that, you gotta put the treadmill in front of the window. So first of all, it's better because better views. You feel me? You feel like you're outside while you're jogging, walking, running. You feel me? Second of all, it's safety precaution. And another thing is, okay, even if the treadmill was facing the back of the window, which I don't see as a problem, you know, like obviously safety precaution, but gang, why is the window open? Like, do niggas in Indonesia not know what common sense is? Like, I know English is different from Indonesian, but yo, there has to be a translation from English common sense to Indonesian common sense, gang.
The Smith machine incident. On October 16th, 2024, 21-year-old medical student Mohammed Faraj was working out at the University of East Anglia's sports park in Norwich, England. He was a medical student.
Y'all see the pattern? Most of these niggas that died under some dumb shit live in Asia or are Asian. Muhammad? Come on, bro.
Studying to save lives.
Come on, gang. Come on, gang. Hey.
That day,
hey.
C was performing calf raises on a Smith machine while standing on a plastic aerobic step. During a set, the step tipped and he slipped, causing the approximately 143-pound bar to drop and force his neck toward the ground. The safety catch should have locked itself. It should have stopped the bar from falling, but the catch had been left at the lowest setting, so it didn't. The loaded barbell struck Faraj's neck and head. The impact was severe, crushing him. He went down. Others in the gym rushed over, called for help. Emergency services arrived quickly, and Faraj was rushed to the hospital. Doctors tried treating the head and neck trauma, but the injuries were too severe.
Damn.
Mohammed Faraj died from his injuries. A young man studying to heal others, dead because a piece of gym equipment malfunctioned at the worst possible moment. The barbell squats incident. On August 23, 2024, 22-year-old Ariadna Lizeth Mata Esparza was working out at Fitness Sports Gym in Torreon, Mexico. She was a nursery school teacher, passionate about fitness. She'd visit the gym regularly and take care of her health. That afternoon was supposed to be a routine squat exercise. Esparza was lifting weights, moving between machines.
Oh yeah, girl!
Everything seemed normal. Then something changed. Esparza suddenly felt off. She collapsed right there on the gym floor, just went down. Her body hit the floor hard. People rushed over immediately, called her name and tried getting a response. But Esparza wasn't responding. Although the specific details of her workout are unknown, it is evident that something went tragically wrong during her barbell squats. Paramedics arrived promptly and took over the resuscitation efforts.
What the heck?
But despite their efforts, she was pronounced dead at the scene. The cause was later revealed to be anoxemia. Anoxemia is a severe lack of oxygen in the blood, which can pose significant danger, particularly during intense physical activity. Her heart had simply failed while trying to compensate for low blood oxygen by pumping blood faster. No warning, no previous symptoms. Her family was devastated. She'd been healthy, active, fit. There was no reason to expect this. No indication that anything was wrong. But sometimes things like this happen. Sometimes young, healthy people die without warning. Ariadna Lizeth Mata Esparza went to the gym to improve her health, to stay fit, to take care of herself. And she died there, on the gym floor, surrounded by strangers. Her passion for fitness couldn't save her from her own heart giving out. The bench press incident. In December 2016, 22-year-old Kyle Thompson was working out at a gym in Ankeny, Iowa. He was a student at Iowa State University, an athlete, into fitness and strength training. That day, he was doing bench presses at Elite Edge Transformation Center. Thompson had loaded 315 pounds onto the barbell, a heavyweight, but not unusual for experienced lifters. He got into position on the bench. The bar was racked above him. He was ready to press. Thompson lifted the bar off the rack, brought it down to his chest, then pressed. The bar went up. He was handling the weight. Seemed fine, but something went wrong on the next rep. The barbell slipped from his grip and came crashing down onto his neck. According to multiple reports, spotters were present in the gym at the time, but the accident happened so suddenly that there wasn't enough time to react. The bar struck his throat with full force before anyone could intervene. The impact crushed his airway, making it impossible to breathe. Gym staff and other lifters rushed to help, lifted the weight off him, and called emergency services. Paramedics arrived quickly and tried to resuscitate him. Kyle Thompson was rushed to the hospital in a fire ambulance, but was later pronounced dead. The treadmill incident. On July 20th, 2023, 24-year-old Saksham Pruthi arrived at a gym in Delhi, Rohini. It was early morning. Around 7:30 a.m., Pruthi decided to work out on the treadmill. He was a regular. The gym was quiet. A few other members were there. Pruthi got on a treadmill and started his warm-up. He gradually increased the speed. Everything seemed normal. Then Pruthi began to feel something unusual. A shock. An electrical current was running through his body. Pruthi tried getting off, but the current kept flowing. His muscles contracted, seized up. He couldn't control his movements. Other gym members noticed. They saw Pruthi convulsing on the treadmill, rushed over to where he was and tried pulling him off, but they felt shocks too. Someone finally managed to turn off the power and pull Pruthi away from the machine. He collapsed and became unresponsive. Someone started CPR. Someone else called an ambulance. They tried to revive him, but the electrical damage was too severe. His heart had stopped. His system had shut down. Paramedics arrived, took over, rushed Pruthi to the hospital, but there was nothing they could do. The electrocution had been fatal. Saksham Pruthi was pronounced dead. He stepped on a machine and never stepped off alive. Open-air gym tragedy.
Yo, what are these, trying not to laugh, but what are these last-minute comments, bro? Like, bro, this nigga know what he's doing too, but I'm trying not to laugh, but like, what are these last-minute combos, bro?
October 13th, 2024, a 4-year-old boy was playing at an open-air gym in West Delhi, Modi Nagar. These outdoor gyms are common in India. Free equipment is set up in parks and public spaces for adults to exercise, but children play there too. The boy was with his family, playing near the equipment, climbing on things, being a child, although the equipment wasn't designed for kids, but there were no restrictions, no supervision, no barriers keeping children away. As the boy was playing, something shifted. He got hit by loose gym equipment. The metal frame landed on him. The weight crushed him. He went down immediately. Those nearby saw him collapse and rushed over to where he was. They lifted the equipment off him, but he wasn't moving. Wasn't responsive. Blood everywhere. Someone called an ambulance. They tried helping him. They tried to stop the bleeding, but the injuries were too severe. The crushing trauma was too extensive. The boy was rushed to the hospital. Doctors tried saving him, performed emergency procedures, but he didn't make it. He was later pronounced dead on arrival. The squat incident. On February 18th, 2025, 17-year-old Yashtika Acharya arrived at her gym in Bikaner, Rajasthan for training. She was a gold medalist powerlifter who had won at the Junior National Games just months earlier. She was a rising star in Indian powerlifting. That afternoon, she was preparing for her next competition. The gym was quiet, just Yashtika, her coach, and a few others watching. She was attempting a squat, a heavy squat. Almost 600 pounds were loaded on the bar.
Damn!
She'd lifted heavy before. Yashtika positioned herself under the bar, wore a lifting belt. She was standing on an elevated platform. Her coach stood behind her as a spotter, ready to assist if needed. She lifted the bar off the rack. The weight settled on her shoulders. She stepped backward to clear the rack. As she tried to step down from the elevated platform, something horrific happened. Yashtika lost her balance and fell backward. The weight shifted, 600 pounds pushing her down. Her coach tried to grab the bar, but the weight was too much, too heavy, too fast. She hit the ground in a seated position. The barbell landed on her neck. The impact was instant. Her neck bone broke under the force. She went motionless immediately. Her coach had minor injuries from trying to help. Others rushed over, called for an ambulance, but Yashtika wasn't responding. She was rushed to the hospital. Doctors tried everything, but the damage was too severe. Yashtika Acharya was pronounced dead on arrival. A 17-year-old gold medalist gone in seconds, killed by the sport she loved. The home gym tragedy. In September 2023, 60-year-old Carl Hughes, a lifelong gym enthusiast.
That's why they call it DOA, dead on arrival.
From Rose-on-Sea in North Wales, began another workout in his home gym, something he'd done countless times before. Hughes was a retired catering assistant and had spent years training in his flat. He had the full setup in his bedroom, including a bench and weights, and lifting was a core part of his routine. That afternoon, he was alone at home. He loaded his barbell with roughly 132 pounds, a manageable weight for his experience. He lay back on the bench, gripped the bar, and began his set. But something went wrong. The exact cause is unknown. It's impossible to determine if it was fatigue, a slipped grip, or a muscle giving out. The bar came down, and he couldn't push it back up. It dropped onto his chest and neck, trapping him under its weight. He fought to lift it or roll it off, but 132 pounds pressing across his throat was unforgiving. There was no one there to help. He lived alone. Minutes passed. The bar didn't move. Hughes's strength faded. His breathing slowed, until finally, he went still. He died of asphyxiation, pinned by the weight he'd spent a lifetime mastering. 2 days later, around September 9th, 2023, neighbors who hadn't seen him grew concerned when his
they found him 2 days later?
One neighbor, Philip Colligan, entered the unlocked door. When he opened the bedroom door, he found Hughes still on the bench, the barbell resting across his neck, the scene frozen in silence. An inquest later concluded his death was an accident. Carl Hughes died doing what he loved, but he died alone. If you'd like to see more stories like this, make sure to subscribe and feel free to...
Hey, that low-key got me a little bit scared of the gym, but hey, we still gonna continue to grind. Hey, I'll see y'all in the comment down what y'all thought of it, gang. And what's the worst death y'all think is ever to experience? I'll see y'all in the next video, Vinny. Gang, peace.